A major surprise for Prince Edward Island. Premier Dennis King says now is the right time for him to step down. He spoke a short time ago, saying the timing of his decision was critical.
I have felt for a while that, and I knew that I had more runway behind me than I did perhaps in front of me. Further complicated with the threats of tariffs and the threats to our country's sovereignty and economic uncertainty, and realizing that those aren't going to be simple issues that are going to disappear in a few days or weeks. They will require the attention every minute of every day for the next 4 years. And that really helped me determine that it was best for me to hand the baton of leadership to someone who can be focused for the long term.
The CBC's Sheehan Desjardins was listening in and joins us now live. So Sheehan, what else did King say?
Yeah, so you heard it. It really is shocking news for Prince Edward Island. Now, he was premier through COVID-19. He was premier through post-tropical storm Fiona, which devastated the island, potato wart. He says it's been a privilege, it's been an honor to be premier here. But ultimately, he spoke with his family over the holidays and realized that now was just kind of the right time. He knew he was not going to be a lifer, and like you heard there, he said that there was more runway behind him than there was in front of him. But the job, he said, really is taking a toll. It's a hard job. It's hard on him. It's hard on his family. Now, he was reelected back in 2023, and I was there. I remember when he was reelected, and it really was a big party. But if you take a listen to this clip here when he talks about the toll that it really has taken being premier on P.E.I.
It takes its toll. I mean, there were days that, like many islanders, I found it hard to get out of bed because I was tired and stressed and not feeling, like worthy of these things, and going through many different mental health challenges. And my family went through all of that, and it takes its toll. And I think I'm a vastly different person now than I was when I started. I hardly recognize who that person was in 2018.
Like you heard there, he is a lot. He says that he's a much different person. He hardly recognizes who he was back then. It's unclear what he's going to do next. This was, like I said earlier, really shocking news for the island. People didn't expect it. But as I mentioned earlier, this is something that he decided with his family ultimately over the holidays, and we're just hearing about it now.
And Sheehan, so tell us about what happens next politically.
Yeah, so he said today that it sounds like an interim leader will be chosen by caucus in the hours ahead to lead the party. But Premier King said that person will ultimately be the 34th premier of Prince Edward Island. And this leaves P.E.I. in a really interesting situation. All of our main parties right now have interim leaders. The legislature was also supposed to start sitting next week, so it's unclear what's going to happen. Now, we have heard from a couple other politicians who say that this really is the time that P.E.I. needs a leader. You know, there's a lot going on with the tariffs in the U.S. The premier has been the one who's been going down and taking those trips to the U.S. to figure out what's going to happen next. So I think there really are a lot of questions when it comes to who's going to be leading the province, but it sounds like this was just the right decision, according to Premier King. And as of noon tomorrow, he will be stepping down.
Sheehan, thank you. That is the CBC's Sheehan Desjardins in Charlottetown.